going on? There'd be a virgin pandemic.
Stop. You and this virgin pandemic.
Because I freaking think it's... Hi, and welcome to the SaVeg podcast.
I'm Rose, also known as Cheap Lazy Vegan on YouTube.
And I'm Daniel, one of your favorite guest stars on Cheap Lazy Vegan's YouTube channel.
We're two friends who love to talk about the latest trending topics.
So get comfortable and join us while we give our SaVeg take on just about everything.
You are currently listening to the previous episode of this podcast, but if you would like to listen to this week's episode and get some exclusive content, go over to patreon.com/thesavagepodcast.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
You're allowed to say a little more, Daniel.
I know, that's
Thank
true.
you.
Okay, hello, everyone.
That was a very unsmooth introduction. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome to another episode of the SaVeg
Why are you
podcast.
so weird?
I think we're just like, because we could...
No, I'm fine. You're just being weird. Thank you.
Takes two to tango.
Excuse me.
Anyway.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the SaVeg podcast. Clearly, I should have started the intro, but that's okay.
So I think last week, because we've recorded virtually, I've just been thrown off my game.
Oh my God.
now,
It's literally 1 week, Daniel. How you gonna be if we live in different cities? What are we gonna do?
You moving?
Maybe.
Where are you going to move, Rose?
We're not going to have this conversation. Anyway, I'm not moving, guys. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, life is a box of chocolates.
You never know what one you're going to get.
Exactly. Anyway, guys, first of all, we have a new Patreon.
We sure do.
So we want to say thank you so much to Haley for joining our Patreon family. And Daniel, what should these other people do that have not joined Patreon just yet?
Well, let me tell you right now, guys. Check out our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/thesavagepodcast. And basically, it's as low.
Okay, we both don't know how to talk.
I know.
Apparently.
As little as $3 a month, guys, you get exclusive content. So we do an episode every single month just for the Patreon community. And also you get all the content ad-free. So none of those pesky ads are in there. You also get every episode a week earlier than everyone else. You kind of get it in a little bit more of a timely manner. And you get access to our massive library now of exclusive content. And we get a little bit more personal, up close, and raw. Also, we do announcements and stuff there too, guys. As you know, or many of you will know, I'll be joining Rose on a trip to Thailand and Bali.
So yes, we're going to Thailand and Bali. So if you guys want to come with us, also that's another little announcement that we need to mention every week until then. So if you guys want to join us in Thailand and Bali or both, Thailand or Bali or both, then there are going to be links in the show notes or description with all the information.
That's right.
So join us, guys. And spots are limited.
Yeah, spots are limited. I was gonna say that was another perk of being part of the Patreon community is we announced the trip first there. They got first access to like early bird stuff. So
anyway, that's enough for the announcements.
Okay.
Jesus,
Jesus.
The self-promotion.
Jesus H Christ. One question I do have for you, Rose.
What you got?
This might be a tough one, so don't feel put on the spot.
Oh
okay?
God, what are you gonna say?
Oh God. So what are you looking forward to most in Thailand and also in Bali? Because I know you've been to both of those places.
God damn,
so
Daniel.
Just to give our listeners a little insight into Rose's world.
Oh,
God damn, what are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting everybody, and I'm looking forward to eating all the yummy food in both places.
Yeah.
I don't. Just overall, I think like it's just gonna be fun and like go.
Yeah.
Lots of food. Honestly, the food in Thailand was so good, so I cannot wait to eat that again. And there's also gonna be a little beachiness in the Thailand thing.
God damn.
And also Bali has beaches too, so I'm excited for that. And I heard Bali has really good vegan food, so I'm also very excited for that.
And are you not excited that I'm going as well?
I mean, that's a...
Okay, don't answer fast enough, Rose. Thank you.
I'm joking. Of course I'm excited.
And our next week's episode will announce that Daniel is not going to Thailand and Bali. Just kidding, guys.
What are you excited about, Daniel?
So obviously I'm excited to meet all the people that are going. That's going to be super fun. Also, I haven't been to Asia for so long. So I'm actually really excited I've been to Thailand before. I've never been to Bali. So that's super, super exciting for me. And I think you're right. Like one of my fondest memories, obviously there's lots that went on in Thailand when I was there, but my fondest memory was the food. Like Thai food is like, it's my favorite cuisine, guys. So like,
God damn.
I am so stoked. I am probably going to like be the person on the tour that like eats
everything. Yes.
So if, like, people have like leftovers, I'm like, bring them my way, guys. I will be the human carburetor.
Yeah, you are a good person to come on these trips.
Exactly.
There's always like so much food that even I can't finish it all, which is saying something.
Well, I'll be able to finish it all, and then you'll be rolling me.
You and I together will finish it all.
We will, guys. So I'm really excited about that.
Yes.
And I think it's
so. Yes,
awesome.
You guys should join us. The links are in the description and show notes.
They sure are.
Okay, that's enough.
That is enough. Enough self-promotion, guys. Let's get into the meat of what we are talking about today.
Let's talk about some crazy news once again. Like we say every week, how the fuck is there so much news in 1 week?
Always.
So the craziest news that we heard this week was that there was a UFO or two UFOs.
Oh, god damn.
Was it two? Daniel, you know this. Why are you acting like you don't know this?
God damn.
How many UFOs?
I think it was 3.
I read it. And, oh, yes. Okay, no. So I think it was last week that there was that like surveillance thing from China, or they're not saying it was surveillance.
Yeah.
So China is not saying it was surveillance, and like the shit looked like a goddamn moon or something. Like, did you see it?
I did see
it.
Like,
Was
pictures.
creepy.
But like, I heard it was like attached to a balloon.
Yes.
And then like the
balloon
that like they shot down.
But then there was like a shadow, so it made it look. I don't know. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that got shut down. I think that was in the U.S. Was it?
No. So that one was the one from allegedly from China. I think it was from China.
It was from China, but they're saying that it wasn't for surveillance.
Yeah, and I think that one was shot down over Alaska, but it fell into like the Yukon or something.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So that happened literally, I think it was like last week, and then all of a sudden, apparently there were 3.
Yeah, because remember the first was the Chinese one.
Right. So the first thing is the Chinese one that happened like last week.
Yeah.
And then I guess there were 3 unidentified foreign objects, aka UFOs. Am I dumb, or I literally did not know that that's what it stood for?
Is it unidentified foreign object or unidentified flying object?
I think it's foreign object.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can Google it.
Let's Google.
But I'm pretty sure it was foreign object. And then people said that's not necessarily aliens, but I feel like when I was younger, this is what we were fed. Oh, it is flying object. Oh, I thought it was foreign object.
Guys, can we take a moment for a second though?
What?
Rose, I was right.
Anyway, moving on very quickly.
No, but so interestingly, like I used to think this as well though, because anytime you heard about a UFO, automatically because of movies and everything else, you think of like aliens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyways, I guess, I'm stupid and I didn't know that it just meant unidentified flying object. It could be literally anything.
Exactly. Anything mysterious object floating in the air that they're like, what the fuck is this? Is a UFO.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So basically they shot them all down. This was like over Canadian fucking, like all over North America, essentially. Okay. And basically they're saying that they haven't ruled anything out. So it could be extraterrestrials. They still don't know what it actually is.
Yeah.
And they said that it might just be like in the ocean.
Oh, God.
Because they shot it down and it's probably like in the ocean.
Oh, God damn. Can we just take a pause there for a second though? Because you know how there are skeptics out there, guys. And I just like want to take a second.
About aliens? Are we talking about aliens?
Yes, we're going to talk about aliens right now. You guys can say whatever you want about
me. You believe in aliens?
I 100% do.
Of course. It would be so insane for us to think.
How diluted and self-important are we as a race to think that we're the only things out there? Do you know what I mean? Like,
of course there are, and maybe they're not exactly like ET, fucking,
Exactly. Who knows what they're like? But guys, like just level with me here for a second. Okay, I've talked to Rose about this many times. She's probably heard me say this exact analogy and example before, but hear me out on this one, guys, because I know.
Oh, you have an analogy.
Well, it's not really an analogy. It's more. I saw a video and now
what video you see?
So there was a video on YouTube. I can't remember what it's called, but basically it was like they took our solar system, right? So actually we started with Earth, right? So you start with Earth and you zoom out a little bit and you have our solar system. So you have the sun and all of the planets in our solar system. Then you zoomed out a little bit bigger to have like our, Milky Way galaxy or whatever the fuck it's called. And then it kept zooming out and kept zooming out and kept zooming out and kept zooming out.
Yeah. And it's endless.
Like literally endless.
It's literally endless.
And like,
that's so crazy.
It is. It's really creepy when you think about that. We're on a rock, basically.
Yeah, Daniel, thank you for making me think about that once again.
Floating in space.
It freaks me out.
We're floating in space,
It freaks me out.
I know. Like, we're literally like, there's an ether that's endless.
It's endless, which is so crazy.
Like, is that not, like, honestly, guys, if I was stoned right now, I'd be tripping out.
It literally freaks me out.
It does. Like, I can't think about this stuff.
Exactly. I don't think about it very often because it does freak me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically what it means is that we are a bunch of meaningless cells. insignificant.
Yeah.
And we're just a little blob.
Yeah. We're like
barely a blob. We're not even a blob.
We're like
we're
a speck of dust in the
Yes,
galaxy, which
exactly.
that to me, our galaxy is a speck of dust. So not even the planet Earth. Our galaxy is a fucking speck of dust.
But also, how the fuck did we figure this out? Is my question.
Telescopes, all kinds of stuff. Like,
how do we know? And how do we know it's endless? It's there's probably a finite thing.
Do you think that are you a
what?
A flat solar systemer? Do you think that it drops off after a corner?
Maybe a uni solar systemer.
Uni solar systemer. But like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it.
How do we know that there are multiple?
I think you can tell from telescopes. There's like stars and planets that are unidentified out of our solar system.
And then they like measure the distance or something.
Exactly. And they can
my God, that's so fucking
it.
crazy.
Yeah, like they can't see obviously so far, I don't think, but like they can see pretty far.
God, imagine like being people that discover the shit.
I just can't. I like literally. That's why when they say this, like, oh, there's no such thing as aliens. Blah blah blah.
I feel like people can't believe that.
But there are people that do.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever spoken to anybody like that?
Well, no, but I'm assuming there's people out there. Like, goddamn, if there's flat earthers out there, Rose, there are people that do not believe in aliens.
This is true, or they haven't really thought about it.
Yeah, because what is the probability, guys? And I'm asking our audience.
Yeah.
Leave a comment in the comment section below if you're watching on YouTube, guys. What is the probability in our vast solar system of planets
that there's
and like
no other living?
Exactly. There's no other living. Like, obviously, maybe they're not like what we've envisioned in movies and all this like E.T. and all this shit. But like the chances that there's not other life out there, I feel like it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Because
it's impossible.
It is. And like that really kind of trips me out.
Yeah. So maybe in like, what do you call it? Like in our galaxy? Is that what it's called? So, we have a certain number of planets or whatever. Maybe because we haven't really discovered.
Or our solar system.
Is it called solar system? Yes.
Yeah.
So what's the galaxy? See, I get confused.
I think the galaxy is made up of solar systems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So in our solar system of planets, we've obviously explored a little bit more because, apparently that shit's close enough for us to look at.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there has been any proof of actual living.
So for the planets that we've gone to,
exactly,
we haven't found life there.
Exactly. So I think that that's what people are saying. Maybe that's why people might think that there aren't aliens.
Yeah.
But again, we're talking about that's small. It's a tiny speck.
Exactly.
In the galaxy.
Exactly. Because we have to remember this too, guys, which is like, this whole conversation is tripping me out, but we need to dive into
I guess I'm not getting high tonight because I'll be thinking about this.
No, do not. Okay, that's a spiral you do not want to go down, okay?
Oh God, I hate it.
I know. But like, you have to think, like, they say, like, in our solar system, like on the planets, they're like, there's no planet out there in our solar system that we've explored that like supports life, because in our concept of what life is and what organisms need for life is like water, sun, all these certain things, but that's just like within our solar system, right? Like there could be other life forms like in another solar system that don't need the same things that we do to survive, right? Like we're just assuming that it's like that, you know what I mean? Like that's what freaks me out.
I know. So we don't know. We don't know. Like there could be another, planet somewhere living however way.
Yeah.
Somewhere in.
How mind blowing is it going to be though if another planet of life somehow makes it to our planet?
See, that's the thing. I feel like it's very difficult to do that.
Well, it's like impossible because you have to like, you have to
go through the solar
travel.
system.
Yeah. And like there's also this, what's fucked up about our solar system is like planets can be like so many light years away. So like by the time you get there, I feel like you'd be dead.
Oh my God.
Because it's so far away.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway.
Ugh.
So the story is.
Yeah, let's get back to the story, guys.
It's not even about aliens necessarily. We don't know.
Yeah.
So basically, nobody knows what this is based on what we've read.
Yeah.
It basically sounds like it was just some sort of UFO situation. They shot that shit down, and we're all just kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
God damn.
But I don't know. This shit is happening like right after the China situation. China denies any involvement.
Of course.
Is it China?
God damn. I don't know. We don't know, right? And like, I guess time will tell if they get some more information.
Maybe it was someone from a different solar system. Maybe they sent it 1,000 light years ago.
Oh, God damn.
Can you imagine? That's so creepy.
Like, I just conceptually thinking about our planet floating in the air.
But you're right. Maybe the reason why we haven't been able to actually see aliens, but some people say that they have had alien sightings,
like alien encounters.
There's been a lot of talk about that.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of talk about everything. So who knows?
Yeah.
But maybe the reason why we don't see them is because of that time travel difference. I I don't know.
It starts to become like really, the thing is, I think the reason why it's like scary, it's like, it starts to become like this infinite universe to think about. And and I think that's the scary thing. It's the unknown, right? Like
exactly.
It's like it's such a vast space, and like we're just floating, like we're in the air, like we're in the fucking, like how crazy is that?
I know, it's actually insane.
Orbiting in infinite space around the sun.
I know, it's
like
so
what the
crazy. Fuck? I know.
Like,
who came up with this concept?
Yeah, but something could happen. Like, the reason that we're
stop, Daniel. This is where I draw the line.
No, let me tell you just one thing, guys. One more like crazy thing. So we're orbiting around the sun. If anything happened to the sun and the gravitational pull that keeps us in this orbit around the sun, we would just float into that ether. And life would cease to exist.
Why?
God damn, that'd be scary as hell.
Why are you doing this to me?
Do not smoke weed tonight,
Rose.
Rose.
My God,
do not.
why are you doing this to me?
Oh, God.
Daniel, sometimes I wish that I was simple-minded.
I know, me too. I don't like to think about these things.
I wish I didn't, because there's people that like don't think about this shit at all.
Oh, of course.
Like they don't think about the news. They don't think about this reminds me of in White Lotus season 2, that couple, the hot couple.
Yep.
It's like, how they're like, I don't really read the news.
Yes.
And then like the other couple is like, yeah, I don't know if I want to have kids because, of all the shit that's going on in the world. And they're like, what shit? Mm-hmm. I wish I was like this.
Yeah. But at the same time, like you couldn't be, you know what I mean? Like,
but I wish I was.
Yeah, me too.
Ignorance is bliss. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they say. So guys, I'm just leaving you with that lovely positive thought of the infinite solar system.
Okay, moving on.
Damn, moving on.
Okay, what's the next story?
Oh, God damn. We're going to talk about something else lovely.
Oh, God, Daniel. Wait, let's do a lighthearted story and then we'll move to this one.
Okay, so
because I feel like the heavy-hearted ones, we got to skip it.
That's true.
Okay, so let me talk about my thing.
Okay, you talk about yours. Talk about yours. Yeah, guys, sorry. There's a lot of intense stories today.
Every week we have too many intense stories, and I feel like we need to balance it out with dumb shit. Okay?
People are like, God damn, you guys, I'm feeling depressed as hell from your podcast. I'm like, oh God, that's not the intention.
Oh God, is it not?
No. We want people to leave the podcast thinking like, hey, I had a nice little chat with my friends.
About how the world's coming to an end and how we're going to all float into the ether.
God damn, guys.
And life will cease to exist.
Yeah.
Anyway. So recently, let's talk about I don't know, social media.
Okay.
Because, that's lighthearted a little bit.
What's going on social media, Roses?
So on TikTok, there's a trend of, so obviously there's fitness TikTok, which is a big thing. Mm-hmm. People like to film themselves at the gym. Okay.
Yeah.
People be filming their fucking squats, their fucking, lunges, all that shit. Mm-hmm. Already you have a problem with it.
Well, it's not that I have a problem with it, but it's again, I just think there's a time and a place. And if the gym is super busy, I've been to as somebody that's habitual, is that right? Habitual worker outer?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Even though you wouldn't tell from looking at me, but I do frequent the gym and I've have for years. And it's so annoying when it's super busy. It's already annoying.
Yeah, I know.
To get a machine, to get in,
you're so annoying.
Yo, bro, how many sets you got left? That kind of stuff. Can I work in with you? We'll do one set. And then I'm all embarrassed because I'm doing 10 kilos and he's doing 50, I'm like, cool. But imagine adding into that people taking fucking selfies, videos of them squatting. I'm like, look, people are here to work out. Do that shit at home.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, that's just my 2
cents. Somebody has strong opinions. So anyways, so that's, yes. So a lot of people agree with you on that, on that. So there's a new trend where basically these girls will film themselves working out. And there's this one video that became viral for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So this young girl, and I feel kind of bad for her because she's 21. When you're 21, you're kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she was filming herself doing some kind of, I don't know, fucking, that thing where what do you call it, hip thrusts or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's freaking out because apparently there was a guy and you can see him in the screen in the background looking at her.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's glancing over a couple times. And this trend is that because tons of girls have done this before where they're basically oh my God, the creep. There's women have to deal with this all the time.
Yeah.
The creeps in the back, blah, blah, blah. Look at him staring. And half the time, I'm sorry, they're just kind of glancing over for a second.
Yeah.
And also people are allowed to look
Yeah.
when you're filming something. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if someone was like had a camera, I would also look.
I would also look.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I don't want them filming me.
Exactly.
While
So
I'm
basically,
sweating my ass off on the treadmill or something.
so basically, she went viral because there's another guy that's on TikTok that basically calls out this kind of
Behavior?
video. Yeah. So basically, he's like, "Why are you filming him?" And basically calling him a creep. And as he calls out the people that are filming these people randomly.
Yeah, because then that's also creepy.
Exactly. So he's basically like, now you're just like embarrassing this guy because like all he did was like glance over a couple times. And there was like a moment where he like came over to help her, I don't know, with like a weight or something.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, that's okay." And then basically she's saying like, "Why is he coming over? Why is he doing this?" Like all this
Because people
shit.
do that sometimes at the gym. I've had people come over and help me.
And then this sparked this whole discussion of, first of all, because some women are saying like it is inappropriate, it isn't good to stare or like for guys to come over,
Which
like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Which I'm torn on this story because I get it at the same time, but also at the same time, are we gonna just here's the thing. So some people are saying that, and then some people are saying, like, are we just not allowed to like look at all? Are we not allowed to like approach anyone? You know what I mean? So there's two sides of the argument.
Yeah. Well, I think there's like, from my opinion, there's
Yeah.
two things. Like, there's a difference between someone glancing over. Because
Yes.
I glance at people at the gym all the time. I'll be like, glance.
You're in a public space. People are gonna look.
Exactly. Like, oh, that.
And also, like, I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but like, usually these girls are wearing very, revealing outfits. When you're wearing nice, and like, I look at girls wearing fucking, like, and I'm like, damn, that's she got a nice body. I check out girls.
Yeah. But this is the thing.
Like, don't act like you don't want anyone looking at you, because trust me, when I don't want anyone looking at me, I don't dress like that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like victim blaming. Of
Yeah.
course, no one's allowed to like touch you or anything like that.
Of course.
But people looking is normal.
Well, I have a few things on that. So, like, number one, again, I think there's a difference between someone just glancing over and someone
Yes,
like really staring.
Being really creepy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's a huge difference. And I think
Yes.
it sounds like, I haven't seen this video, guys, but it sounds like this person was just glancing over, went over because it looked like she needed help or something.
Yeah.
And that's the extent of it. Again, I haven't seen the video, so that's just from us talking. Yeah. So there's that. So there's a difference between the two. Secondly, I think you're right. If someone's filming something, like, you naturally, like, as soon as someone's filming something, I'm always like looking over, like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
I'll be like doing my thing and I'll look over again. Like, especially if they're kind of look like the camera's towards me, I might even go over to that girl and say, "Are you filming me?" Like, I would legitimately do that if I see the cameras pointed at me. I'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And then the third one, which again, I don't want to like a victim blame or direct people to do things like against it, but like there are like, and there's gyms in most cities. I know there's some in Calgary that are like women only facilities.
Right. If you really hate it that much.
If you're feeling really uncomfortable and you're like, not saying that you should have to do that, but like if that's the case, like even somebody glancing at you is making you, giving you the creeps.
If that's triggering to you.
Exactly. If that's triggering, then why don't you put yourself into a facility? There's plenty of them that are actually women only facilities where you'll be in a safe space, if you will.
Yeah.
Not saying that the regular gym isn't a safe space. Like I've been at the gym and noticed people like glancing at me and shit. Like
it's normal.
It is normal. But like I said, there is a difference between someone just glancing over and whatever, and actually like staring and being a creep.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a lot of these like people that are filming these videos, they're like they're really blurring the two and just being like, oh my god, this one person glanced at me for 2 seconds.
Oh my god.
Like,
it's
I don't know.
just ridiculous.
Like,
and also, I don't know, maybe I'll be controversial. Well, first of all, I don't know. I don't get hit on at the gym. What the fuck?
I've never been hit on the gym either.
Yeah. What the hell?
What are we doing wrong, Rose?
No. Here's the thing. It's the thing. Do that again, Daniel. Oh no, I did get one time, not hit on, but oh my god, I remember this. When I was in high school, there was a guy that was like in my TA, like in my like homeroom, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
And he was like not cute, okay? And here's the thing. People that come up to you 99.9% of the time, not cute. And that's the main problem.
Yeah.
Okay? The problem is that if the guy was fucking cute and he came up to you and started talking to you, you wouldn't think of it as creepy.
That's actually a really good point.
It's very important to distinguish, because also when we look at like Hollywood movies and shit, it's always like starting out with the guy like fucking staring at the girl, like they fucking like look at each other for like a long time.
Yeah.
The guy comes over, says something, whatever, charming. And then, but unfortunately in real life, that dude ain't Ryan Reynolds. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. We don't got Ryan Gosling coming up to us. Okay.
That's very true.
So that's, we
and
deem
if we did, we wouldn't complain.
Exactly. And then we also complain about how like, which again, I understand, like nobody wants a creepy man coming up to you and talking to you. And again,
or woman.
Exactly. What we define as creepy, again, is, let's say, subjective.
Yeah.
Because it would depend on how the guy looks.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Come on, let's be honest. So, you know, based on my experience, nobody that I actually want to talk to comes up to me.
Would you say that there's like that's a look, like an appearance bias, right?
Absolutely, it is. It
so like
absolutely is.
These influencers that are taking these videos and be like, oh my god, this creep is staring at me. If it would be some really hot guy.
Well, I think if he was staring, they would still be like, what the hell? I don't know. Who knows?
But like, or glancing, and then they came over and was like, do you need some help? It would be different if
maybe
it was like a
it would
really
be
hot
different.
guy.
Maybe.
Like if I came over, you know?
And then they hear you talk and be like, oh, okay.
God damn. They're like, no, he's not creepy. He's just gay. Yeah. It's like Rose always jokes about this, but she's like, you know what? It really pisses me off because like, you know, gay guys, they can just say the most like the nastiest things. And people are like, yes, queen, slay. You're just being a sassy. And then if girls do the same thing, they'll be like,
bitchy.
They're like, God, that girl's a bitch.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like we have a get out of jail free card.
Men just get away with everything, even when they're gay.
Oh, God damn.
Anyway,
Roses.
what were we saying?
We're talking about the influencers in the GM.
Yeah, and I forget my. Oh yeah, so basically, well, I mean, it's also sparking the debate of you know, is it even okay for men to strike up conversations at the gym toward a woman? So that's another question. And I think everyone has a different opinion on this.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand why, like, making a conversation with somebody is, like, wrong. Like, do we want to have it where guys and girls don't talk to each other?
Exactly. So I'm like, listen, unfortunately, I mean, obviously don't be a creep.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, have a way of, you know, talking to somebody without being like, hey, you got a man.
What are you doing later? You want to hop into my pickup?
Yeah. You want to come over later? You know, like, obviously don't be a fucking creep like that. But I don't like this idea that, like, if I'm at the gym, don't you dare talk to me, you know? And obviously, like, pick up on the cues. If you start talking to somebody and they don't want to talk to you, then fucking don't talk to them, right? You know, there are definitely guys that probably don't fucking pick up on the cues and the body language and the, you know? And
or just be a normal human being and, like, you know, if someone's coming up to you and chatting with you, have a conversation, or just say, hey, I'm really sorry, like, I'm super busy into this workout, like, I'm not in the mood for chatting.
Oh, sorry, I can't talk right now.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Like, that's not a big deal.
It's like this new generation thing where it's like you're not allowed to talk to anyone ever. It's like everyone has social anxiety and nobody wants to talk to anybody. And it's like, and also at the same time, people complain, oh, I don't like online dating. Why can't I meet people in real life? Because you don't allowing anyone to talk to you. Like, what the fuck? Guys don't come up to girls anymore.
We all know what's going on. There'd be a virgin pandemic.
Stop. You and this virgin pandemic.
Because I freaking think it's like, it's not funny, but like these are things that are contributing to it, right? Like, if guys are like going to be, again, guys or girls or anyone demonized for like approaching someone and chatting with someone at the gym, like, I'm sorry. Like, again, I feel like if you're really that adamant to be like, hey, I don't want anyone talking to me, I don't want, you know, or not even that, but like, I don't want people looking at me, or especially of the opposite sex, then go to a uni-gendered, I don't think there's any like guys only facilities, but there's definitely women only facilities, right? Like, if these people are so sensitive about this, and really, again, I'm not condoning the creep behavior. Like, I'm saying
if it's actually creepy,
the guy should definitely not be doing that. And you know what? If that does cross a line, you talk to, there's people at the gym and things like that. You talk to them about this, right? Like, there is that to be said. I'm not like saying that there's not creepy guys out there, because there 100% is.
Of course there is.
But also, like, if you're so triggered like by this stuff, just go work out in a women's only facility.
Exactly. Anyway,
problem solved.
I find it just very annoying.
I know, it's a little bit like, I don't know.
No, it's just, I don't know. And then when I watch these videos, it's like, again, like, they're fully dressed up, looking hot as all hell, cleavage out, and, you know, tight ass leggings, ass out, and it's like, you don't want any attention? Come on.
Yeah.
Like, I know people hate that I'm saying this, but again, not saying it's okay to be a creep or, you know, for a guy to like grope you or anything like that, obviously. Of course, okay. I don't believe in any of that. Of course, you can dress however way you want. Yeah. But when you dress a certain way, people might look. Okay? Like, I'm sorry. If I walked out in a sports bra in the middle of winter, people gonna look. Yes. Okay. But if I'm looking hot as shit, people gonna look.
I mean, this is why, you know what?
People stare.
Exactly.
We have eyes. I look at guys and girls. If they're looking hot, I look.
Exactly. We all do. And I think
it's innocent.
Again, I think
I don't know. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
I find it annoying. Just honestly, it's very easy to be invisible. Okay. Even someone as hot as me. I'm just kidding. Just put on a hat.
Yeah.
Put on like a baggy ass shirt. Mm-hmm. It's very easy to work out in a baggy ass shirt.
Yep.
And just like, I don't know, like fucking nasty ass sweatpants.
Yeah.
And no one gonna look at you. Trust me.
Exactly.
Okay? Trust me.
But I mean, that's just it, right? Like, and again, I'm like, if you're that triggered.
Yeah. Go to a women's only gym.
And I do think you made a really good point though as well, because like we're like, oh, we're victim blaming, or we're not necessarily victim blaming, or but
we're
like
just saying manage your expectations.
Exactly. And also I think you made a really good point though. It's like, if these were really attractive guys doing this, would there be the same response?
Exactly.
And that's where you have to ask yourself.
Why is it never the hot ones, you know?
I know. I think I've said this on this podcast before, guys. This is the shallow me speaking. And obviously, you know, you get into the waiting area of getting onto a plane. Right?
Oh, this is your fantasy.
This is my fantasy, guys. This has been my fantasy since day one, and it's never happened.
It's literally everyone's fantasy.
I know, and I'm just like, you know, you'll sit down, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I do this. I look, kind of scope around, like, oh, are there any hotties getting on this plane? You know, like I don't know if everyone does that or it's just me, a weird thing that I do. And then I'm like, occasionally there'll be a few, and I'll be like, oh my god, like I really hope I'm sat next to somebody, or even if I don't look, I'm just have my headphones and I'm like, oh, I'm getting into the plane and I'm like, please, like this time can I be sat next to like a really cute,
you're manifesting it.
Yeah, I'm manifesting it. Interesting guy.
You gotta envision it. Mm-hmm. Okay, continue.
And I'm always sat next to like a woman with children, or like, you know, an old married couple, who are lovely people, they are. But I'm just like, just once in my life, can I sit next to a really hot guy that's like kind of,
and are you gonna talk to him?
Yes. And kind of flirty, kind of a bit cheeky.
You're going to talk to him?
Maybe British.
Daniel, we know you're not going to talk to him.
Maybe on the flight to Thailand. Maybe this will manifest.
The hopeless romantic in you has not died.
It has not died yet. I'm so shocked, guys. The hopeless romantic has been crumpled, thrown on the floor.
On the flight to Thailand, we'll be flying together. So you're going to have to act extra gay. If you want some guy to talk to you.
I'll have to wear like a pride, like rainbow headband or something.
Wear a pride shirt.
Oh, god damn.
Yes.
But anyway, guys, interesting to hear your guys' thoughts on that. What do you guys think about...
that was really harsh on this one, hey?
Oh, god damn. We both were. But I think again, there's like a balance that needs to be found. And it's like, it sounds like people, from the sounds of it, are like overreacting to simply glances. You know what I mean? Like people glance, right?
It's like literally ridiculous.
Yeah. So interesting to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think about like,
Maybe it's a social media generation that doesn't actually know like real body language, because they don't really deal with, you know, interacting in real life.
Because everything is through like Instagram and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, that could be it too.
That could be it.
Like they're just not used to picking up on these like social cues and stuff, right? So
exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Goddamn.
So moving on to Doomsday News.
Goddamn. So guys, this is like a short story. I don't know why I keep bringing these stories up, but I just find them interesting, but also fucking terrifying.
You should be banned from these types of stories.
Okay, this will be the last
like a month.
Okay, this will be the last one for a while, guys. It's on global warming, of course.
Of course.
And there's a new study.
So depressing.
And this is what really pisses me off, though, is there's like study after study after fucking study that's like global warming is a thing, right?
And it's a very serious thing.
Yeah. So basically, it just says there's a new study that finds that there's approximately 15 million people living under the threat of a glacial flood. So these are communities or whatever that live near like these lakes that are like kind of fed by glaciers.
Right.
And because obviously global warming is a thing.
It's melting the shit, man. It's melting the glaciers.
Exactly. As this is going on, they said that a lot of the areas. So there's like a few main places. They said more than half of those living in the shadow of this disaster called glacial lake outburst floods are in just 4 countries: India, Pakistan, Peru, and China. So there's still other countries that are impacted, but these are more than half of those people are in these areas. Yeah. So it's like,
and that's a lot of people.
It's a lot. And I don't know. It's just like really scary. And
yeah. And like we're seeing more and more natural disasters.
God damn. They were saying like as these lakes fill up or get bigger with more glacials melting, they actually become, I guess, more unstable.
Right.
And are more prone to like flooding.
Oh God!
Like we're in a like situation here, guys.
It's a situation, and it's very scary.
Yeah.
And but maybe we just need to, let Earth die.
Mm-hmm. God damn! They said
hopefully not in our lifetime. Oh God!
I know. It's just like I don't even know what else to say about this. It's just scary.
Yeah. So there you go. There's another Fun-filled news story.
Fun-filled news story for you guys to re-emphasize
how important this shit is, but we're not doing anything about it.
This is the thing. Again, like, I have no hope. No, that's wrong. I don't. It's not that I have no hope, guys. Okay, hang on. That's
first you're talking about how we're gonna just float into the ether and life is no more.
God, I'm really like a doomsday person today.
You really are.
God damn, what is wrong with me?
Daniel, I need you to have as much hope as that little boy that's standing in the airport lounge waiting to board that flight. Oh, God, waiting for a hot man sitting next to you. I need that hope for the earth.
34 years of life is slowly bashing that hope out of me. Okay, Rose? These things. Anyway, guys.
Maybe, just maybe, an alien, species will come down and save us all. Take us into a different solar system.
What you be drinking, Rose? I want a cup of that delusion. Just kidding. It could happen. You never know. Anything could happen, guys. The universe is endless.
I mean, when was the last time, was it the dinosaur era when everything was destroyed?
Wiped out? I think so. That's what the scientists were saying, is there was a catastrophic disaster.
Right.
That basically shifted the...
It was what is it? Like an asteroid or something fell.
They said a meteor or something hit the earth.
Hit the earth and then everything died.
There's a few different theories, but that's one of them.
Are there a few? Okay.
Yeah, I think the predominant one is that there was a huge meteor that hit, and then it created it changed the weather patterns globally, to some extreme thing that caused basically things to die out.
Oh, so it wasn't the actual meteor physical the physical hit of the thing. It was the fact that it was the weather change.
It was the this caused a shift.
Climate shift. Yeah. Okay, interesting.
So drastic that it wiped out life on Earth.
Maybe we'll get hit by something that doesn't kill anyone, but then it'll change the climate so that it adjusts to
climate
life on
change.
Earth.
There you go, Rose. I love it.
What am I drinking?
I know. I want a cup of that delusion, guys. That's what I keep saying, God damn.
I mean, yeah, I'll believe it.
God damn. Do you want to hit us with another positive story, Rose?
Oh God, I don't know if I have any more positive stories. What was we're talking about Rihanna. Oh yeah, so yesterday was the Super Bowl, another day that I do not give a shit about, but everyone else seems to fucking care.
For those of you that do watch the Super Bowl or don't,
do you watch?
I don't watch it. I was told Kansas City won.
Great.
So I have no idea who they were playing, but I just know that Kansas City won, guys. So
I will never understand this.
Yeah.
People love it.
Yeah.
People love the Super Bowl. I don't know. But I feel like people like the spectacle more than the actual game.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, because they're really waiting for the commercials,
the halftime show,
and the performance. Which this year, I guess everyone on my fucking social media feed is freaking out that it was Rihanna.
They're like, yeah.
I guess it's very exciting.
Yeah. Apparently she also did something where I think a lot of the Super Bowl acts, and don't quote me on this, guys, because I never watched the Super Bowl, but apparently people were giving Rihanna props because she just did the whole show herself. A lot of the Super Bowl acts feature another artist or where she just did it herself.
Interesting.
But I heard, how J-Lo and Shakira did the Super Bowl?
Right. That was last year, right?
I think it was last year or the year before.
Yeah.
I watched the documentary that J-Lo released. She had a documentary or whatever, and she talked about it, and I heard that they weren't given a choice.
What do you mean?
J-Lo was told that she was performing with Shakira.
Oh.
And J-Lo was like, what the fuck? The one time I'm doing the Super... I don't know if she's done the Super Bowl before, but she was talking about how why couldn't she be herself doing the Super Bowl?
Right. Interesting.
Yeah. So I
wonder why they paired those two together. Is it because they're both Latin American?
Yeah, Latina. They wanted the Latina flair, I guess.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And I think it was because this documentary followed J-Lo, and I guess she was also up for don't quote me on this, guys. I don't know if it was something for a movie or something for her music, but an award.
Okay.
And she was, I think it was for acting, and she was so pumped because she was finally, I'm getting recognized.
What? Because she's never been recognized before.
And then I don't think she's won any awards.
I mean, do you really have to have a award to feel like you're recognized? You're literally one of the most high earning entertainers in the world. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't like it when people are like, oh, finally getting recognized. It's just because you don't win an Oscar.
I know.
Or a Grammy does not mean you're not recognized. Okay.
And you know what? Actually, I feel really bad for J-Lo lately because I know a lot of things have been surfacing.
Okay. What the hell is that drama with her and Ben Affleck?
I don't know.
Because I keep seeing all these memes and these pictures of Ben looking miserable as fuck at the Grammys.
Yeah.
And there's I don't really know the drama, but people are actually making it seem like J-Lo is like the toxic one in this relationship based on, I don't know, based on a few photos and videos.
Yeah.
Listen, I heard J-Lo's kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
So I don't really give a shit. I think she's gorgeous. You know, whatever. I'm sure she has her own story, but at the same time, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
You saw a few videos and photos.
We don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
We don't know what's going on. Okay, they're probably having a fine time or not. Who cares and who knows?
Exactly. And also, like, I'm sorry, guys, but like majority of relationships, like anytime they like collapse or implode,
you don't even see it coming.
No, but it's not just that. It's not even that. It's that it takes two people, right? Like they can't put all the blame on her and be like, she's a bitch making Ben Affleck's life horrible. Yeah. Well, it's come out that like before when he was with Jennifer Garner, I think he was like cheated on her. He was like, he struggles with alcohol addiction problems.
Right. Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's no angel either, right? So like, I feel like they both, you know, but
right.
That wasn't what I was thinking about.
What were you thinking about?
So I don't know if it's just been on my TikTok or on my feed or whatever, but I've noticed there's like a lot of these like untouched, like unairbrushed or unfiltered pictures of celebrities like Kim Kardashian, J-Lo, all these people. And like people are so harsh to J-Lo because you know J-Lo's always like
known to be beautiful.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, she's really starting to look her age and blah blah blah. And I'm like,
oh my god,
I was like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with us getting older.
She's like 50 something.
I know she's in her 50s.
She's allowed to look like she's in her 50s. Like,
exactly, and like she's stunning.
People are so horrible. Honestly.
I know. Well, and they were commenting on all these photos and stuff, and I was just like, oh my god, like you guys.
Can you imagine having that life, commenting on celebrities' face photos?
No.
Being like, she has a wrinkle right here.
I know. And
it's like, come on.
It's like, and you don't?
Yeah. You're allowed to have wrinkles.
Exactly. Half the people trolling are probably like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God, I don't understand people. Anyway, okay, back to the Rihanna story.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I guess the speculation is that she lip synced.
Oh.
But did you watch the thing?
I never watched it. Yeah.
So I watched like a little, like the beginning of it. Again, I don't watch these things.
Yeah.
I find them kind of boring, whatever.
Yeah.
But because everyone was talking about it, I watched like a little snippet. And my girl is pregnant. Did you know she's pregnant? She's like fucking performing as a pregnant lady.
Exactly. I'm like, you know what? If she lip synced, we don't know, guys. It's all speculation,
we don't know,
right?
But apparently a lot of people do lip sync on the SuperBowl.
So many. And you know what? Okay, let's just like... Number one, okay, even if she did lip sync, we don't know for sure, but even if she did, she's fucking pregnant performing at the Super Bowl. Give the girl a break, okay? Secondly, what is the big deal? I guess not what is the big deal. I can see why some people get pissed off about lip syncing because it's like.
But I think what they do is, because like it didn't, to me, it didn't sound like lip syncing, but I think it's because they sing it, like they record it.
Yeah.
Right before or something, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They're not lip syncing to their track.
They're lip syncing to their live vocals.
Exactly. So they did sing it live, technically.
Yeah.
But then they're lip syncing to the thing that they just recorded. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
But I think the thing is like a lot of artists lip sync, like because the expectation nowadays is like the expectation when you go to a concert, especially for some of these pop stars, it's like we don't just expect to like sit there and them be on a piano singing a ballad. We want them fucking dancing, doing backflips, jumping from the ceiling, like all this shit. And it's like, you know,
especially at the Super Bowl.
Exactly. And I'm like, you know how hard it would be to like not be out of breath and singing properly doing that. Like
it would be, and you're performing. That's the thing. Like people don't realize you're performing in front of literally like, I don't know how many people watch the Super Bowl. Like it's like the entire fucking country of the United States. Okay. You're performing in front of so many people. Everyone's watching.
Yeah.
The pressure is way too like, even if I was the best singer in the world, I probably would consider lip syncing too.
Exactly.
Because, and also she like started off on this like podium, like they were like all floating on this like podium, and I was like, damn, like what if you fall? Like that was like literally the only thought in my mind, because I was like, how are you even focusing on singing? Pregnant. Girl is pregnant. Girl is like fucking floating on a thing that like there's no, you know, there's no fence. Okay, you could fucking fall.
God damn, she was probably harnessed in.
It looks scary. You should watch it. Let me know what you think.
I'm gonna watch it.
It was scary. Anyways, I would be fucking freaking out because it was like fucking high up. I would be freaking out, and she's pregnant. Yeah. So she's like, okay. So I understand why people would lip sync in that situation. And the thing is, if she just sang live and she didn't sound perfect, people would rip that to shreds.
Do you remember, like this was years ago.
What?
I think it was the Super Bowl. I want to say it was Ashley Simpson.
Oh God.
Do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Yes.
And didn't she get booed so badly?
Yes. She got booed off stage basically.
Oh god!
Because she like went to sing.
And wasn't it live?
Yeah.
She was singing live.
She was singing
because
live.
she was lip syncing and she got caught for lip syncing.
Yes.
Before, so she had to sing live.
Yeah, so she's like, I'm going to sing live at the show. But apparently she was...
I'm shocked that she was actually allowed to perform at the Super Bowl, FYI.
I know, but it was during the time that she was like really big. Because remember, she like there was a period
there was like a tiny period.
There was like a period of like 3 years, I feel like. Apologies to any Ashley Simpson fans, guys. There was like a period of like, I want to say it was like 2, maybe 3 years where she was huge.
Okay.
Right? Like when she had like Pieces of Me and like, you know, living, like I think one of them was called Shadow.
Right.
Like, she had some
I didn't know
big
she was
hits.
like that big, but okay.
She did. Yeah. Like that era was like, she was on the radio like 24/7.
Right.
So I can see why they got her to perform, but like, I'm pretty sure it was a Super Bowl.
It was the Super Bowl.
And like, yeah, she got booed off stage and like.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel kind of bad for her.
Yeah.
Like, that's just sad.
And that's
but she was not a good singer, for sure.
No, like, she wasn't like, she's not known to be a good singer. Like, she's no, like, you know, Whitney Houston or like.
Even
you know.
Whitney Houston lip sync. Did you know that?
Yeah.
At the I think it was the Super Bowl when she was singing, the U.S. national anthem.
Okay.
And it was like incredible.
Yeah.
But I heard it was a lip syncing. I'm not positive.
Yeah.
But that's what I heard. But again, I think this is where I heard that they record it like before or something like this.
And then they lip sync to what they're recording.
I think so. So that it's not like you're lip syncing to your track.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if she has to lip sync, I don't know, man.
Well, this is it. Like it probably, but I can see on both sides of the coin because like if you're paying to go see an artist.
Right.
Like you kind of want them to be singing live because you're like, I'm paying to see you.
Right.
But on the flip side, if you're expecting them to do this spectacle, huge performance, all this shit, like flipping through hoops and all this, like how can you expect somebody to sing live? You know, like
you want them. Yeah, exactly. You want them to put on a show. And I think it's good that they like don't lip sync to the actual track. Cause But obviously they're probably doing that so that it's not super obvious. But like, obviously the thing is, I don't want to say it's, you know, obviously it's not the same thing as singing actually live.
Yeah.
But you know, the reason why we don't like the lip syncing is because like it's very studio edited and like it's all auto tuned and you know, it's also very obvious. It sounds very robotic.
Yeah.
But the fact that we can't tell if these people are lip syncing, like Rihanna, for example, it's very hard to tell.
Yeah.
That is good enough. Who the fuck cares?
Exactly.
Whether or not you know, who cares? Anyway, people are stupid.
People are stupid. You know what? Whether she lip synced or not, I need to watch the performance. I'm gonna do that tonight. Whether she lip synced or not, like. Give her some credit. She's fucking pregnant.
I know.
Dancing on or coming down on fucking platforms and shit. Like, give the girl a break.
Yeah, like as long as you put on a good show.
And I think she did.
It is her voice. It's not like she's lip syncing to. Remember that there was like a band that this was like way back. I think it was before we were born.
Yeah.
I think it was called Milli Vanilli. Have you heard of them? They were like
so.
this duo band, like these two guys that were, I guess, like attractive, like physically.
Yeah.
But they were caught lip syncing, like not even to their own voice. As in, like, they had ghost singers. I think that was the story.
Well, isn't that what Tiger King did? Remember he recorded that album and it turned out never to be him?
Oh my god. Let me just find it for a second because I need you to know about that. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it.
Yeah, Milli Vanilli, I've never heard of.
They were like famous for like a minute.
Yeah.
It's like them. Have you seen them before?
I think so.
So I guess they were a German-French R&B duo, and they were like super famous. They were founded in 1988 and achieved international success, brought them a Grammy Award for Best New Artist in 1990. And then, however, their success turned to infamy when it was discovered that Morvan and Pilatus, I guess that's the name of the two people, did not sing any of the vocals on their music releases.
See, that's bad.
Yeah. See, they ended up returning their Grammy Award for Best New Artist. And then they recorded a comeback album in 1998, blah, blah, blah. But its release was canceled after one of them died at the age of 32. I think he may have committed.
Oh,
I'm
God.
not sure. I'm not sure. Let me see if it has anything. Death of Rob. Oh, never mind. It was accidental, but he died of suspected alcohol and prescription drug overdose in a hotel room.
God
so that
damn.
is the story of Milli Vanilli.
God damn, that'd be depressing as hell.
I know,
Rose.
isn't that crazy?
That is actually like insane.
That's
like
a crazy story. But I don't like, you gotta have some guts to like go out there as like a recording artist and just lip sync to someone else's
That actually, I didn't even know that happened, and that does take guts.
That's crazy.
Even those artists that like people are like, oh, they're not such a great singer, but they still sing on their track. They might have backing vocals, like it could be my voice, but then backed by like a choir or something. You know what I mean? Like they quite often do that, where it's like making me sound a bit better, or they'll auto tune my voice or whatever, right? Like, but it's still my voice.
Exactly.
You know, like that shit.
I know.
It's fucking crazy. Speaking of. Not lip syncing, but like speaking of like artists and everything else, I don't know how many of you guys have listened to the new Sam Smith album.
Oh, do you love it?
Oh,
really?
Like it's weird because like, okay, I know that Sam Smith is like living his best life right now.
He's like, he's doing his thing.
He's doing his thing. It's gotten to like quite a lot. Candace Owens actually did an episode.
Oh, of course,
on her podcast about him because his new.
Is she freaking out because he's like being weird?
Well, on his newest music video called "I'm Not Here to Make Friends," he like wears like this corset with like nipple tassels or something, and like is like prancing around and whatever else, and like so Candace Owens obviously was like. I just happen to see. Yeah, she's like, this is, you're promoting sex, you're doing X, Y, Z. I'm like every single song.
Yeah, listen. I look at, because I follow Sam Smith on Instagram, and like every post, I'm like, oh God. So not my style.
Yeah.
But do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Like, I'm like, that doesn't look good, but you can do whatever you want.
Exactly. Live your best life. Like if you want to wear a fucking corset with the thong.
You can wear whatever you want.
Yeah. Like, oh God, in the comments were I feel bad for Sam Smith.
They
were so harsh.
But like, you know what? If you're going to be out there, you're going to get some hate comments.
This is so true. People were like saying like, hey, it's as if, you know the guy from like, I think it was Family Guy? They're like, it looks like Family Guy is dressing in a corset. I was like, oh my God, like.
That's so mean.
I know. I feel kind of bad. But his latest album, guys, there's a couple songs. I'm not obsessed with the whole album, but there's a couple songs on there that I'm just like, these. I do really like Sam Smith as an artist. Yeah. Like
I used to like his old music.
Yeah, his music is so
okay,
good.
wait. So what are the songs that you like, and why do you like them? Are they like slow, or are they the fast?
So there's there's a couple slow and a couple fast.
Okay.
So I really like, guys.
You like the holy one, the holy.
No, I don't.
You don't like that one?
I don't mind it.
Okay.
I listen to it obviously, but I think one of the songs that I really like is called "Lose You."
Okay.
It's a bit upbeat, but it's like kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It's got a little bit of a good beat to it.
Okay.
And then there's one called "Perfect."
Okay.
And he's like, that's more of a ballad or whatever. And then
I love his ballads.
Yeah, and it's really cute. It's still not. I still think his best ballads were from that one album that was like, "Won't you stay with me?" Like that was like Sam Smith. Like you know what I mean?
Did I tell you I saw him live? Did I not tell you?
No, you never told me. Where?
I think this was
Who?
I think this was when you were in London still. I think.
Yeah.
Or Spain or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was here in Calgary and he did a concert. And he was amazing.
I'm so sad.
I know. This is like before his like, discovering himself era.
Yeah.
And he had lost a bunch of weight at the time, and he was like wearing a suit. He looked good, man.
Yeah. He like yo-yos a bit, hey?
He yo-yos. I think so. I think when he lost weight, he probably didn't do it in a healthy way.
Yeah.
And then I probably saw him when he had lost the weight, and then he,
I
probably yo-yoed back.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of artists though. Like Kelly Clarkson's another one. Like,
right.
She got super skinny at
Did
one
she?
point. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like super skinny.
Right.
And I remember
like too skinny.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember like and I think she talks about it like quite like vocally later about how she got pressure from the record labels.
Oh God, that's so sad.
I know, because like her voice is amazing. I actually saw Kelly Clarkson live here in Calgary.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, see, I would love to see Kelly Clarkson. She is amazing.
Her voice, guys, like, and I know people like whatever, like they can say whatever they want about Kelly Clarkson.
What would they say about Kelly? Who doesn't like Kelly Clarkson?
I don't know. I feel like there's people out there that don't like
really?
her. Even if you don't like her music, guys, like, because there's a couple. It was interesting. She actually sung a couple songs. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head that were by other artists, but she just did her like rendition of it or whatever.
So good, American Idol style.
Oh, and her voice. Like she's just a phenomenal singer.
She's so good.
Like,
she's so good.
And
the original American Idol. Did you watch it?
She's the number one.
Yeah. Did you watch it? That season?
No.
Really? I was hooked.
I know. Well, that was like the big thing that really launched.
We were obsessed at that time.
Yeah, and they had that other guy. What was his name? Justin.
Oh, I forget his name.
Yeah, he kind of went to the wayside.
I mean, like, let's be honest. Kelly was like a million times better than he was.
Yeah. Well, and to be honest, like, I mean, you look at how many American Idol series there's been.
And like how many we actually recognize.
How many successful artists have come out of it? I mean, there's been a few. Like,
there's been a few.
Kelly Clarkson.
Jennifer Hudson.
Carrie Underwood. Adam Lambert, I think he was.
Oh, yeah. He was kind of successful, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's probably others.
Yeah.
Leona Lewis.
Oh, but she was the UK X Factor.
UK X Factor, yeah. But she's still.
I know.
Like.
I know that's the thing. Just because you win these shows doesn't mean you're going to be successful.
No, I mean you do get I think you do get like $1 million record label deal or something.
I know, but like that'd be sad. Like remember, like I remember I was really obsessed with season 2 when it was Clay Aiken versus Ruben Studdard or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like rooting for Clay Aiken.
Yeah.
And then Ruben won. And then where is he now?
I know.
It's sad, and they're like amazing.
Yeah. It's because honestly, like it's like they talk about this in the like X Factor. You know, they have to have that it thing.
Exactly.
And like you can be the most. This is why like being an amazing singer does not mean that you're going to become famous.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
there are phenomenal singers out there. Another one was I don't know if she won. I think she might have, but Carly Rae Sunnenclair or something. Or
the like young girl. She was on X Factor US.
Yeah, she was like
14 and she was amazing.
Yeah, and her voice was like
she
phenomenal.
won. Or no, I don't know if she won, but she definitely got very far.
Yeah, and like again,
nothing happened with her.
Not
I know.
really, you know. Like,
that's the thing. It's like people don't care, and the thing is, the problem with these shows, and like you know, it's that they focus on the show and how good the show is, right? Yeah. So they don't necessarily care if like you succeed after you as a person. So people that go on the show, you know, they kind of get used in a way to like make it really entertaining.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that have this like, you know, sad backstory. And you know, maybe they're not as pretty as, you know, conventional.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, are they successful after the fact? Usually no. So it's sad.
That's a really good point. Another famous band that came out of this whole kind of like these
One
shows.
Direction.
One Direction.
I know, they were a success story.
Yeah, like they were huge.
Yeah, they were fucking
but
huge.
But even all of them, well, not all of them, but a few of them have gone on to do like solo careers.
Sure. Didn't they break up now officially?
Yeah, I think they're officially done. I know like Harry Styles, for example.
Yes.
He's
very successful.
Yeah, well, there's been some controversy around Harry Styles.
Oh, there's always what's the controversy?
So I want to say, and I could be wrong, guys. Did he win? Did he win a Grammy?
He won something.
Grammy for like best new album, or not best
new album. I don't know what it was,
album.
but I saw like a clip of him, like I don't know.
And he wore this like this like kind of like
It looked like
overall.
he was working out. No,
yeah, it was like an overall shirt thing.
Wasn't it see through?
No, well, part of it, like his pecs were like just out basically. And two things from that, guys. One, I was like, I'm not really sure what this is. Like the outfit, like good on you. But secondly, like I did not realize that Harry Styles was so jacked.
Oh.
And I'm like, hello.
I told you he's hot.
Because I never thought he was hot before.
I was
never.
I was always into him.
What do you call one of those
fangirl
for Harry Styles? A styler? No.
No.
Oh God.
One Directioner? I don't know what it's called.
I'm gonna pull up the picture for Rose to see.
So I need to see. I need to react to this picture. What is he wearing? Oh my God. I feel like nowadays people just try to be a shock factor. I need to zoom up on the body. Come on.
I feel like this picture doesn't do him justice.
I mean, he does look like he has a nice body.
Yeah, there was one where it was like at the side. I don't know. It was like showed his pec from the side. I was just like, whoa, Harry.
Yeah, I mean,
hello.
Listen.
But like.
Yeah, the outfit. I feel like now people just try to do shock factor, no matter what.
I think that's what it is. Well, and Harry's done it a couple times. Like he wore a dress once and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's great in many ways, but also I think that are they doing it to be true to themselves or are they doing it for a shock factor?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, he's known for wearing weird shit. Mm-hmm. Maybe they just like, they don't give a shit. They're just like, let's just wear something fucking stupid.
There's also a video of him on the red carpet in this outfit, guys. And I don't know who it is, but there's a guy that stands with him.
Yeah.
And the guy like runs his hand down his back and like kind of touches his ass.
Shut up.
I'm dead serious.
Which guy?
I have no idea. I don't know who it is. Should I Google?
You clearly know a lot more about these Grammys than I do. Ass grab. So is he like friends with this man? Oh, he was groped. Okay, so he was just like a random dude. Like they weren't there together, I imagine.
I don't think they were there together, but like basically somebody he took a picture with. I don't even know who this is.
Oh my God.
And he like put his hand like down there, but then he kind of like caressed his butt a little bit. And then Harry was like, I don't know. It was like really weird.
Yeah, he looks uncomfortable for sure. Yeah. Oh my God, that's fucked up. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I mean, he looks good. Harry Styles, he looks good.
I mean, I'm now a Harry Styler.
You're seeing what I'm seeing.
I'm starting to see what you're putting down. I couldn't see it for years, Rose.
I know, for some reason.
Also, kind of into the tattoos.
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, guys.
And he might be bisexual, Daniel.
Oh, that's true. He did it. He did actually. There was a famous video of him like from like a long time ago. He was on a talk show, and they were like, "Name your ideal like woman or whatever." And then he's like, "Well, first of all, it doesn't have to be a woman." And then he was like, or did he, maybe he said, who said it has to be a woman? And then he like listed something. I can't remember what it was. But like at that point, everyone's like, oh my God.
Daniel, that's called queer baiting.
It could be. Maybe he's queer baiting, maybe not. But if he's not Harry Styles, hi.
Hey, I claimed him first.
I mean,
anyways,
if he comes to Calgary, we should get tickets for a show and we should fangirl.
Oh my God, like, he's very hot.
Maybe we'll be like one of those people I went to that gets called up on stage, you know? I went one time. It was so.
You really love to live in delusion.
I really do.
Don't you?
No, but I went to. My friend won tickets.
Did you get called up?
No, I never got called up. But I saw other people get called up. My friend won tickets to Shania Twain.
Yeah.
So we went and saw her in Calgary, and amazing. I love Shania Twain. Such a good concert.
Iconic.
And she had 5 people come up on stage, and like one of the people that came up, it was so cute. He was like, "Hey, can I take a selfie with you?" So he was like on stage with Shania Twain.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm so jealous.
I would totally do that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I would also feel shy.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like you might be too shy to ask.
I might be too shy.
I would ask.
You would ask?
I think so. I'll just like, can I take a selfie with you? Like, I just feel like it's like one of those things.
I mean, they've already put you on stage. You're in front of all these people. They can't say no.
Yeah, everyone laughed because she I can't remember what she said, but she was like asking them questions and stuff. And then at the end, he's like, can I get a selfie with you?
That's cute. That's cute.
And then everyone, like the whole audience, like laughed and stuff. It was like really cute. Yeah.
I mean, maybe one day it'll happen, Daniel. We're gonna have to go to some concerts for it to happen.
Well, speaking of concerts, I'm going to Folk Fest in Calgary. If you want to join.
I mean, that's.
Honestly, I love Folk Fest. There's some amazing artists that go, Rose. And
ain't no Harry Styles.
I mean, Harry Styles won't be there, but maybe he'll be.
Ain't no Shania Twain.
That's very true. But maybe Harry Styles has a friend in Calgary that is going to Folk Fest and he's coming too.
Daniel, what are you drinking in there? What's that?
Pure vodka. Clearly, I'm on a different level here. But yeah.
Anyway, are there any more stories?
Well, I mean,
any quick fires?
Quick fires. Well, there's a slow fire. Actually, no, there is a quick fire.
I feel like we were very what?
So apparently, guys, and I don't know too much about this space at all, but apparently there's a firm called 11 Labs.
Okay.
And what they specialize in is AI generated voice, like artificial intelligence.
Oh my God, AI is so creepy.
I know AI is like getting like really scary, guys.
And like I've only recently heard of this deep fake shit.
Oh my God.
Have you heard of this?
Yes.
Like deep fake, like
it will be like
porn?
a celeb. Oh no!
Have you heard of this?
No, I haven't heard about deepfake. Oh, when it's like a celebrity, but not.
Yeah. So basically, recently, I don't know everything about this, but the controversy is that I guess deep fake. I don't know the exact definition of it, but it's kind of like AI generated fake stuff, but it's based on kind of like real
reality.
People.
Yeah.
So basically, like I guess for the voice thing, it's like 4chan members used 11 Labs to make deep fake voices of Emma Watson, Joe Rogan, and others saying racist, transphobic, and violent things.
Yeah.
So basically, they can like generate some sort of, fake thing that sounds real.
Yeah.
And they also do this with like porn.
Oh my.
So like with adult entertainment, they will like have AI, like for example, like someone that's famous,
like Britney Spears.
Exactly. And then they'll like make it look real, like it's like they're actually like in a porn video.
Yeah.
And I guess like a few Twitch streamers were like victims of this. And it was like a whole story because it's like, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like that's creepy.
It is crazy. It is crazy.
So yeah, I don't know. AI, I feel like we're playing with fire.
We are. So basically, I guess 4chan is like a
4chan. They're like, what are they?
It's like a platform, right? Where people can like users. It's kind of like Reddit, I feel like.
In a way, but I think they I don't know what they are.
It's like I feel like it's a kind of darker web.
Yes, kind of. I think so.
So anyway, I guess a bunch of 4chan members.
4chan.
They use this platform to like make, again, AI generated voices of like celebrities.
Right.
So they like, again, you mentioned Joe Rogan, a best guest Ben Shapiro, Emma Watson, and they were like making them say like really racist shit.
Right.
So this company's like kind of starting to crack down. They said they're exploring more safeguards and like trying to prevent this stuff from happening. But I'm like, I feel like it's going to be really difficult.
Yeah. How are they going to prevent it?
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, they're going to explore like ways to use it. And like, I guess whenever you use their software, they like kind of know where you are based on your IP address. But again, it's so hard to crack down on a lot of this stuff because people can like use fake IP addresses. There's a whole like list of things, but it just brings into an interesting new era that we're in where, and that's part of the reason I wanted to bring up this story is like this whole, because some of the AI generated content is really cool. Like I saw a bunch of people where you can take your picture.
Yes, that's like a big thing.
Yeah, huge. And then you like become like a prince and like do all this stuff with your like face.
But a lot of people also say that that's a problem because now, you know, because there's people that make a living off of being like a digital artist or being an artist in general. And now you can literally take a fucking selfie, run it through the software, and a few seconds later you have a beautiful piece of art.
Exactly. Well, then this is the thing. I mean, I feel bad for those people that are working in that industry because
it is cool, but
but this is the nature of the game. There's going to be disruptors in any industry that you work in. Like look at taxi cab drivers.
Right.
Uber came in.
And Daniel.
There's still taxi cab drivers, but Uber is like a disruptor to the industry.
Right.
Airbnb, disruptor to the hotel industry and to rental markets.
So you think that the AI thing is a good thing?
Well, I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's definitely has a place. But I think that I think our technology is advancing so quickly that we're not keeping up in terms of like legislation and cracking down. And how do we control some of this misuse? And what do we do with online bullies? And like, it's just a constant like plethora of like things, right? So,
and remember what, I think it was Stephen Hawking that warned us.
What did he say?
That AI could come and like fucking
take over the world.
Yeah, they're going to Frankenstein us.
Oh, goddamn. It's like those movies. Like, there actually is a movie called AI with Will Smith where the AI takes over, guys.
It could happen. They're going to outsmart us, essentially.
God damn.
And become a force of nature.
And on that positive note, leaving you with that lovely thought, guys.
So if we don't die of global warming, we're going to die because AI is going to destroy humanity.
I'm going to take over. We'll see what happens. Again, some things in AI is good, I think, but like...
We just love sprinkling positivity into everyone's week.
So I just wanted to thank you guys all for tuning into this super positive episode of the SaVeg Podcast, guys. If you're not already, don't forget to hit follow on whatever podcast platform you are listening to us on. That way, as soon as we release the episode, you'll get an update. You'll get the episode as soon as it's released. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Leave some comments for us in the comment section below. We love that. And hit subscribe if you ain't already.
Yeah.
And also, guys, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/the SaVeg Podcast for exclusive content every single month and all the content ad-free and
early episodes.
And to finish off, guys, there are links for both the trips that we talked about, going to Thailand and Bali. We'd love to have you guys there. That would be amazing. You'll get to meet both of us, obviously, in person, and we'll go on a trip together.
Oh, it'll be so fun. We'll bring this positivity
to
Southeast Asia.
We'll bring a rain of positivity, Lord. Guys. So
okay, guys, thank you so much for listening or watching, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.